Hi everyone again. This is another episode with Talking Hands, Listening Eyes. We said we focus on mothers who have gone through postpartum depression or young new mothers. And mostly we focus on the deaf mothers. But this time round, we have also thought about other mothers with other disabilities that will be walking their journey with them as well. And we'll be giving you we will be interviewing various women on their journey to motherhood, and we are so glad and excited to walk this journey with the new mothers with disabilities. Today, and I know we had last time talked about Carol, we know you've seen her before. We are talking with one of our mothers. Her name is Carol Nyambura, and I love her name so much, Nyambura. I feel like I should adopt that name. Okay. But I'm so happy to be here again with Talking Hands, Listening Eyes on postpartum depression as we talk about mental health. Today we want to know who Carol is, and she'll tell us about her journey as a mother, as a lady with disabilities, and also her other challenge, her issue that keeps pressing her every day. We said last time that when we know what is ailing us, when we know what is disturbing us, we have to speak it out so that we can see whether we can get help. And as we focus on mental health, sometimes unless some issues are sorted out or they are solved, we can never get to heal completely. And here we are with Carol, as she'll explain to us, she'll tell us about her journey as a mother in her motherhood journey, and also she'll tell us that other thing that she would want us to support her and help her and see whether she gets a solution to this. So I'm so excited to welcome Carol. Carol?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so happy to see you again.
Thank you.
Today we want to know who Carol is because I want our viewers to know who Carol is and whether you have a disability. When I look at you, you look like an able-bodied person, so I can't tell you have any disability. I want you to tell us who Carol is and yes, her journey.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Carol again, Carol Muroki. I'm visually impaired for around 10, 11 years now. I'm a mother of one, Natalia. She's 5 years old. Yeah, and I thank God she's now in school.
She's in school.
Yes.
She's in PP1 or PP2?
Yes, one.
PP1.
Yes.
So, Carol,
Yeah.
you told us you are visually impaired.
Yeah.
Would you tell us how did you get this? Because you said it's 11 years ago. And when I look at you, you're not 11 years old. For sure, you're not 11 years old. So it must have started somewhere. Could you kindly tell us, maybe walk us with us the journey to your loss of sight? You can tell us.
How do I start? Okay.
Were you born blind?
No, I was not born blind. I started my schooling kama kawaida, just like any other kid, just like you. Until high school in Form 4, second term, as we came for a mid-term. Okay, it had started before. I used to have headaches on and off, painkillers. Yeah, until it got to the worst of the worst situation. When it came for midterm, my mom was like, no, this is now serious. Because I had requested for 20 bob to buy painkillers, you know, the over-the-counter ones. And she told me, instead of doing this, we've done this for so long, let's go to the hospital. And that's when we went to the hospital, the local hospital here, karibu too, and the doctor gave me the malaria tablets. Yeah. Actually, I was not even taken to the laboratory, and I start from there. Yes. Our doctors,
yes,
be keen. You've gone to school, you've done your studies, you've done your research. You just take your patients to the laboratory
for tests.
Yeah, for tests, because you save so many lives there. And most of us, there are so many cases of the wrong diagnosis, and they cause critical conditions. Okay, that is for the doctors. After I was given the malaria injection, hey, it triggered the body. It got worse. I couldn't walk. Okay, actually from the time I was given that medication, okay, I came home and I slept. It was on a Sunday, I remember. Now from that Sunday, I'm only told this happened. It's only my family who tells me
What happened?
what happened from there. I got into a coma.
Wow.
I guess malaria, the quinine, I think it's a very strong medication.
Strong one. Yeah.
And bearing in mind, I don't have malaria in my body. So from there, I got into a coma. I think my mom will tell you the story afterwards.
We'll get to hear from your mom.
Yeah, I think for around 1 month from there, I was in a coma. I went through the district hospital Tigoni. From there, they were unable to contain me there. I was transferred to Kizabi, and that is where I was admitted. I went to the ICU, and thanks to God, I slowly recovered. Yeah, until I was discharged.
And here you are.
Yeah. And by the way, as I came home still, okay, I had already recovered from the coma, but I couldn't do much. Yeah, I was in diapers. I thank God for my mom. I was in diapers. She used to wake up at night to overturn me, you know. And, okay, let me talk to... Yeah, I'm still in bed. And Judy, let me tell you, even hata ukiwa umelala usiku unajipindu unasikia inside nimekanda. Thank God for that.
Sure.
It's a privilege. I couldn't do that. My mom would wake up 3-4 times. You know, that pressure. She would make sure that she has woken up like 3 times. Carol, naweza kukupindua? Because I couldn't. And I thank God, so far so good. Through the physiotherapy I went through. Yeah, I used my wheelchair for a while. I went through physiotherapy, counseling, a lot of it. Friends would come to visit me, give me hope. We laugh. And I feel, okay.
You felt like there was hope.
There was hope. And for real, that hope came to reality, because I can now walk, I can do my stuff. Yeah, as much as my hands are not that strong, and my eyesight is no longer there, I thank God I'm alive. I can walk because I was asking my God, surely I can't walk, I can't sit down by myself, I can't see, surely God. And I thank God He had me. I can now walk, I can now talk, of which I couldn't do. Yes, it's only my eyesight and my hands are not that strong, but I do work with them. I can hold my baby with them.
Wow, we thank God for you, Carol.
Yeah.
And as I say, you are a strong girl. I don't know how many of us would go through all that. You are able to see, you are able to walk, you are able to do everything by yourself. Then all of a sudden, you go to the hospital and all this comes to a standstill, like it comes to a stop. You know, the way you're walking and somebody just stops you without any warning, without anything. I know that must have felt, I'm sure deep inside you felt a bit stressed. You felt like, you felt worried about yourself, about your future. And I thank God that, Carol, when I came, I found you washing the house. I can see you've done the seats so well. I'm so grateful that God has given you even that little strength. To you, it's a big, big thing for you, and I thank God for you. Carol, I would ask, because now you're in high school, you're about to do your exams, and now here you can't do your exams because you've gone into a coma. What has this disability changed in your life? Like, what has shifted for you?
Okay. you know, when you lose your sight, you can no longer use your eyes to read the print. Yeah?
Yes.
You can't even write using a pen.
Yes.
So that is one of the challenges. You have to shift from using your eyes and using your hands.
Yes.
Of which now you have to get help from above and make your hands more sensible in touching because you need them more.
You need them more.
But when it's still a challenge to touch and to even hold objects, because when you are writing Braille, use something, a frame and a stylus, and you need both of your hands, one for writing and one for guiding the other hand to write. Of which now, if your left hand cannot guide the right hand, it becomes a challenge. So when you pile all this up, it becomes so much stressing. And you ask yourself, what's the way forward?
Yes.
What else can I do?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I feel you, Carol. Like you know what you're used to doing, and now life has just changed, and you can't do the things that you knew how to do them.
Yeah, and the next option is still a challenge.
Even the next option is also a challenge.
Yes.
I feel you, Carol. But I thank God that you know it, and I pray that out of this we'll get a solution, because God is in heaven, and even the people out there who may see this story may want to reach out, and through this we thank God, because I believe that we are getting a solution. Yeah. And I would ask you, Carol, you are a mother.
Yeah.
Because that's where my whole heart is, in Motherhood Journey. And I want to ask you, from conception to birth, would you give us a brief story about your motherhood journey, I would say, to where you are with your baby? Earlier on, I remember I had asked you what you love most about your baby, and maybe you can bring it out here as from birth, from conception to birth to where we are.
Okay, I'd say Motherhood Journey is good. It's fun because, you know, if you are used to be all alone in the house, now there is a new member in the house. As the other family members goes out, you're left with your baby, so at least your mind is occupied. So you don't have to think much. You have to concentrate on your baby.
Yes.
So I'll say it's fun, it's good, and still it is encouraging, because you now need to take care of this new young one. Sometimes you even forget about yourself, and you find yourself, actually it's part of therapy.
Yes.
It's therapeutic to your mind, because you're not now concentrating so much on you. Even at times I forget that I can't see, and I just continue with my life.
Yes.
Because this baby wants to be, you need to change your baby's diaper. You can't wait for your mom or your whoever it is to come and change your diapers, because they have already messed up.
Yes.
You can't leave your baby to stay wet the whole day. You have to learn these things.
Yes.
Change your baby's diapers, and it's fun, by the way.
Yes.
While you are playing with your baby, yeah, it's a cool moment. But yeah, after you deliver, it's a good moment.
Okay.
The only challenge is when you are carrying the baby in your tummy. You know, the normal challenges that you go through as a normal mother, they're the same. You are not exceptional because you are visually impaired.
Yes.
That baby in your tummy doesn't know that you can see. Yeah, whatever you go through, we also go through. So yeah, the mood swings,
everything else,
the kicks,
like,
the labor pains,
you
have to bear them, and yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had asked you what you love most about your baby. I still want to hear what you love most about your baby.
Okay, what I love most about my baby, and I thank God for this. God has given her that, okay, she detected very early that her mom is, hey, there is a problem with her eyes. You know, as I held her, even during breastfeeding, should bring her hands to my eyes. I don't know how, but I just found God in that. She would touch my eyes. She would bring her hands closer to my eyes. I think she detected it very early. It's only that she couldn't communicate and ask me, Mom, is there any problem with the eyes? Yeah, and even during crawling, you know, as I sat down, when you sleep at the couch, and she's crawling down there, and she detects that my mom wants to sit down and stand up, she would come very fast and give me my slippers. And I was like, how did she know? How did she know that I can't see?
Thank God.
Even as I walk around and she's seated somewhere on the floor, she'll just run away, you know, so that I don't step on her. And I've never stepped on her, even as she crawled, as she does her stuff, as she's playing with her stuff. I've never come close to her or injured her. She would run very fast. Yeah, or even hold my leg as I come closer to her. I don't know, but it's godly, I think.
Thank God. We would say thank God for that.
That's what I like about her. Atusumbuani, by the way. Yeah, even now. She can come very fast, and she watches me from a distance. Maybe I'm looking for something. She can come very fast and ask me, Mom, what unatafuta nini, Mom? Yeah.
Wow.
And even at times I don't know that she's there. But she's like, Mom is looking for something and she can't find it.
She needs help.
Yeah.
Wow. What I would ask you as a mother, because we all face our own challenges, even as a mother with sight, as a deaf mother, as a physically challenged mother, all mothers face challenges in one point or another in their life. What are the challenges that you've met as a mother now, as you're bringing up your child? I know personally I like things done in order. I'm very orderly, and sometimes I get, if somebody is helping me, like if I have a house help or you have somebody helping me, we say, and then I find them not doing things how I want them done. Sometimes I feel irritated, sometimes I feel sad, or there's those challenges that you'd say as you bring up your child, and here it's because you're not bringing your child alone because of your disability. Of course, you seriously need another hand. What are the challenges that you've seen as you bring up your child as a mother?
Okay. Some of the challenges could be maybe not much, because you try to cope up with the situation and find a plan B of how to do things. And as I said earlier, you know, these things are godly, and God takes us through them. Because when it comes to spoon feeding, when you're during weaning, my girl refused to be spoon fed. Yeah. Even as my sister wanted to spoon feed her, she refused.
How was she feeding?
She sat down and asked for her food. And asked for the spoon.
Wow.
She want to spoon feed herself. Yeah, so I didn't get so much stress in that.
Wow.
And she was 1 year old. She could spoon feed herself.
Very well.
Yeah.
To date now, she's a very dependent girl.
Very. I'd say she's very dependent. I don't know how, but
she is.
Yeah.
She knows she needs to be the strong one here. Maybe. There's something, and I know most of the mothers out there, especially mothers with sight, will say, will ask you, they may not, let me ask the question that others will ask out there. When you're dressing your baby, not like now when she can tell you, Mommy, that's not a dress, it's a t-shirt. When she was a bit younger, like 3-4 months when she couldn't even talk to you, how are you able to know this is a trouser, this is a t-shirt, not a dress, this is the trouser, I want to match with this top, not the other one? How are you able to do that?
Okay, what we do is visually impaired. Even if you, Judy, you came with, maybe you brought me a dress for my girl or a trouser, I'll need you to explain me the color, such, you know, the color is the most important thing to you should know in a dress or any type of
if it has prints.
So in the back of my mind, I'll have to touch it, feel it, the texture. Then I'll know what to match with it. If it's a trouser, you tell me this is a black trouser I've brought for your girl, and you've not brought a top. I'd rather go and look for a top to match it, or the ones that I already have. I know this trouser will match with a certain top.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So you, whoever I'm living with, or you as a friend, you are responsible for that. If I don't match her, you'll be the one who have failed me. Because if you tell me it's a black top and it's a red top, so you'll be the one who have disappointed me.
It's my mistake, not yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carol, remember we said we are talking about mental health. This has been I'm an advocate of mental health. So anything that touches the mental health of mothers is in court in my heart. And as we are talking about challenges in life, challenges about motherhood and all these many other things, would you describe to us an occurrence that really, really made you feel helpless or defeated?
Yes, so many, but
there are many. Yeah, you can help. You can tell us
but
in a nutshell.
on this occasion, when I was taken to a certain high school.
Now after you are from the hospital.
Yeah. In my mind, I thought maybe there is an option, maybe like an oral exam. Since I can listen to the teacher and grasp as much as my mind can grasp, and so I thought maybe there is something like an oral exam, but I was like, there is nothing like that. That's what the teachers told me. Okay, that was one disappointment because I was ready
to do an oral exam.
Yes, and by then my mind was fresh from high school.
Yes.
It was about 2 years. So whatever I had learned in high school was a bit fresh in my mind. So I thought this is a good opportunity. Since I'm just from high school and it's not been long, I just need a refresher like for 2 years. Then I'll be good to go. Then I was told, there's nothing like an oral exam.
Sorry.
Okay, we tried, I also tried computer, of which it didn't work also, because one of my hands is not that flexible. My finger part of it, you know, when you're using a keyboard, there is that home row keys where your fingers should be always there. Then as you go up and down, your fingers should be flexible enough to go up and not even feeling the flexible part of it.
Yes.
They have to move. And my left hand is not that, my fingers are not flexible, let me say that. And it also became a challenge because I had been given an option of using a laptop to do my exam. Okay. You see, also, as much as I can see, my hands, which are now my eyes, have also challenges. Okay, and up to date, I've been asking myself, okay, you can see, I thank God I have my hands. What about the amputees? What do they do? Okay, I've not gotten an answer yet, but
and we'll get it. We will get it.
But this is something the government should think about.
Yes.
Because I believe you have a sober mind.
Yes.
You can talk.
Yes.
You can do things.
Yes.
Does it mean necessarily having a certificate? Is that really the only option?
Okay.
Because there are those with certificate, yes, but they are still in their wardrobes. But is there a way
they can assist?
You can assist the persons living with disability? Not only, okay, a certificate is a good thing, but okay, you can start. There are those, what do I call them, talents. They can talk, their minds are sober. What else can you help them with?
Okay.
Is it an oral exam?
Yes.
Can it be a solution? Because you can't just tell somebody, we can't do this. Tell me we can't do this, but we can also try something else.
Yes.
But don't just disappoint me by telling me no.
Okay.
Tell me no and give me a solution.
A solution to your no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as you're talking about this, I want you to look at this camera, because the camera is in front of you. Of course, you're looking at on the camera. I want you to, I don't know, I know we have a NEC as the examination body, and we have a National Council for People with Disabilities, and we also have KISE, because you've said you've gone through KISE.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are so many other stakeholders in the education system who will watch this. You tell them your appeal. Maybe your appeal, like, now that your hands can't move, so that means you can't use the computer to do an exam, and here you are, you need a certificate to continue, because you feel your life is stuck because of you don't have a certificate. And I'm sure, Carol, you said you're doing a massage.
Yes.
Which to me is, as we speak about therapy, as we speak about mental health, this will be also a good thing, because I have seen, Carol, you're such a strong girl. And through your voice, we reach to so many other people who may be like you, who have lost hope. And it's your mouth can tell them there is hope, because Carol is here as a living testimony. So I want you to look at this camera and tell them to what you appeal to the stakeholders, education stakeholders mostly.
Okay, my appeal, let me first start with the government. And I thank God there is a new curriculum about the competence-based one. Try as much as possible. There are so many persons living with disability, they have talents. But there is that door called certificate. They can't do much without a certificate, but there is so much that they can do. Don't look at this person like they are not learned. You have a sober mind. Our minds are okay, we thank God, but that door called a certificate, it's the only one which is hindering us from doing much. You know, as you tell us that disability is not inability, but you're not giving us the opportunity. Could there be a solution, like we can do an oral exam? There are those who can't write yet, and it's not that we don't want to learn Braille. I've tried so many years, but it hasn't worked. I've tried using a laptop, it hasn't worked. Is there another way that you can help me and many others, because there are so many others who are like me? They haven't gotten an opportunity to talk, but I'm here for them. Is there another plan B that you can help persons living with disability in general? Those those amputees, you know, as much as they struggle to write using their toes, you know, it's a struggle. Even as much as we are talking about the mental health, it becomes also another challenge in their mind. as they try to struggle to write using their toes, and their mind is okay. You can ask them questions and they can answer. Could there be that other plan B other than writing using braille or a pen? Try to find a solution, the neck body, the examination body. Find a way that you can help persons living with not only the visually impaired, the persons living with the disability in general, that you maybe there can be that oral exam, because for the deaf people they are the sign language interpreters. What if you try an oral thing for the VI and the amputees? Yeah.
As Carol has said, let the exam not the certificate be the mark that shows somebody is bright. There are so many other talents, there are so many other ways, and I would say, as Carol has said, it's a plea that in the examination body we have an oral exam where a person who can't read or write can be asked questions and answer them, which also is also another way of doing exams. So we call out to the stakeholders in the education system that they may assist Carol. Carol is a very, very bright girl, and I know she may do much. She can be even a counselor to others who are going through the same challenges. So she can do so much, but she's blocked by the certificates. And we thank God, because we know that this will reach out to the best people who will come in aid of Carol, and she'll do her exams. And Carol, as you have said, and even as I have said, that you are an encouragement to many. I don't know whether you have a word that you'd tell somebody out there who is like Carol. They may not be visually impaired. They may have any other disabilities, and they're feeling, I've gotten this disability as a grown-up or as a child. I was not born the way I am today. And there are people who are they are indulging into so many other things to hide their pain or of the disability they are going through, or the challenges they're going through. I don't know whether you have a word you'd tell them.
Okay. Persons living with a disability. As long as you're not dead, there is hope. You can't, you're visually impaired. It's not the end of life. There is much that you can do using your hands. Just take heart and know that I'm not the only one. You know, if you're the only one, we can excuse you, but you're not the only one. We are so many out here. Try to find us, talk to those people who are going through the same challenge just like you are going through, and be a friend of God. You know, when you talk to God, these things, you get relieved.
Yes.
And okay, leaving the spiritual part of it, there is this social life. Have friends, and let me talk to the society and tell those people who, let me call them the abled. Disability is not contagious.
Yes.
You know, some people think that when I hold this person's hand and help them cross the road, maybe they will leave the disability with me.
Yeah, it's true.
Help wherever you can help. If you can guide someone maybe to the shopping center, just, you can help that, not even helping, you can take them for a walk. Try to relieve their mind. You're talking about mental health. And when you stay back in your house or in your bed, that's the time your mind piles up. But when you walk out there, help that person, you need to engage with other people out there, take them to church, take them to social places, the sporting places, try to help those people who are around you who are disabled to find that social belonging.
Yes.
And you will help their minds to be sober, because when you sit in the house the whole day, even think of you, Judy, yourself, seated in a couch the whole day,
whole day.
how will it be?
It's tiresome.
It's
To begin with, it's
tiresome
tiresome and boring.
and boring.
Yeah.
So when if you have a person living with disability in your area, try to help that person socially. And I'll encourage those people who are disabled. Take heart, be encouraged. If you can read storybooks, if you have a radio, engage yourself. Yani, don't let your mind be occupied with, what do I call them? Yani, nothings.
Yes.
Yeah, because
the more you idle, the more
you develop even hypertension, you know, and at times you become depressed.
Yes.
Try as much as possible to be socially engaged.
Yes.
And take heart, know that you are not the only one. Speak out. I know there are challenges, financial challenges. Speak out.
Yes.
And if you can help someone out there, even financially, help them. Yeah, and you'll be able to fight these mental challenges together.
Sure. I'm so grateful, Carol. Thank you.
Yes.
I know this is a beginning. We will work with many other mothers out there, or many other ladies or people with disabilities out there who are going through stressful moments.
Yes.
And you are a good example.
Thank you.
You've been there and you are there and you are coming out very strong.
Yes.
And I would go back to the journey of motherhood and ask you, as a mother with disabilities, there are those myths that people have out there, or there are those things we stereotype. Like I would think, as I was asking you earlier, that a person may wonder how a mother with who is visually impaired, how can they dress their babies? And here Carol is. As there are some stories you've had as myths about mothers?
Okay. I also thought that I didn't think it is easy to bring up a kid when you're visually impaired. You know, the dressing part of it.
Yes.
That I would rely on other people to dress them. There are those myths that maybe you dress the clothes inside out.
Yes.
Maybe this kid will also be visually impaired. I thank God mine is not. Yeah, there are those kind of myths that even the society are like, is Carol's baby okay? And that thing really worried me. That is it really true that my baby will also be visually impaired because I'm visually impaired? But I just call it a myth. Although there is also the medical part of it. No, just the society will think just because you have a disability, you'll also get a
child with disabilities.
Yes, and also they'll think that because you have a disability, maybe your baby will not grow just like any other babies. They will not allow them to interact with your baby. I was worried about all these things.
Yes.
Could they allow my baby to play with theirs? When going to school, you know, there is that stigma.
Yes.
Your mother is like this. The teachers will be like, will she be able to pay her school fees since she's like this?
Yes.
Yeah, all this.
But the reality is different. Is it the same?
So far, as much as there are challenges like for school fees, you know, you have to keep on talking to the teacher, wait. But I also ask myself, maybe in the back of the teacher's mind, she's like, Carol won't be able to pay her school fees in time because she's like this, because she's visually impaired.
Yes.
Yeah, but I thank God that God comes through.
In His own way.
Yeah.
We thank God.
And I believe that she's going far, and her education will not be shattered because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That school fees thing or stigma. You know, she can be stigmatized to a level that she'd say I won't go to school because of the other children are laughing at me.
Yes.
Yeah, they are talking about my mother. Yeah.
We thank God because, Carol, number one, you are a very strong girl, and you have accepted your situation, and I'm so glad that for you, in fact, you're not begging. You're here asking for a chance for you to do your exams, and the rest you'll be able to sort your life out. That's true. And when you talk about motherhood journey, it is a whole, it's a big thing, but as we focus about motherhood and mental health, I'm so happy that, Carol, you've grown beyond that. You've grown beyond the challenges. You've grown beyond your disabilities. And here you are as a strong girl who can encourage many other out there. And as Carol is encouraging us, let's also get that chance of knowing that life is not all about our... I know there are times we want so many things, and maybe at that moment you take a day at a time. I'll tell you, take a day at a time. As a mother with disabilities, as a mother, they are going through various challenges. Take a day at a time and know that above all, when we get to our end point, there is a God in heaven. As Carol had said, that that also, as you walk, you grow your all-round other side of life, also grow your spiritual life, because above all, God is there and he will walk with us and he will guide us. As we are about to conclude, Carol, I want your mom also to tell us about a journey about yourself and a plea for, as you had said, because as a mother, I know she has seen you grow. She has seen your baby grow. She can tell us more about motherhood journey and also as taking care of you and taking care of your baby. But Carol, I would say that you are a very strong mother.
Thank you.
And I'm so grateful to have known you because I know it's a journey that you'll walk with so many others. And as Talking Hands, Listening Eyes, we focus on mental health of new mothers. And as we look at Carol's case, she may be well because she's strong and she's able to do so much. But as a mother, as she has gone through the education system, as we had said earlier, she needs just one thing, to do her exams. It may be difficult in our eyes, but we know I know the education system sometimes doesn't favor so much, but we pray that through what we've done today, that this will reach out to so many other people who may come to assisting Carol for her to do her exams, because that's one hindrance to her mental health. I would say, as she walks through the motherhood journey, she keeps feeling that there's one thing that is lacking in her life, her exams, her certificates, because she needs that to move on with her life, because she may want to further her studies, but she can't because she's blocked by the certificate. So I pray that we'll get a solution, and a permanent solution, because I know we have people who are of good heart and kind-hearted who will work with Carol until she does her exams. And Carol really wants to do counseling and so many other things that she can do. She has done massage, and she can do so many other things because she's very gifted. So we trust God that through Talking Hands, Listening Eyes, this will get far and she will get to do her exams. Thank you very much for listening. And in case you are out there and you need to reach us, you can reach us through Facebook. Facebook is THLEP, THLEP. We have a Facebook page. We also have our phone number. You can call us or SMS us 0769 811 399. And you can also reach us through an email. Our email is thlep.org20@gmail.com. Through all those channels, you can reach us, you can talk to us. And in case you are a mother out there who you may want us to come through for your support in terms of mental health, we are here. You can reach us and talk to us. And thank you very much for your support, and may God bless you. My name is Judy Kihumba. As I said earlier, I'm a sign language interpreter and also an advocate of mental health. May God bless you.